Welcome back. It's Kevin from Melanin Man Travels. And of course, I'm at home in Puerto Vallarta. I know you see that amazing blue sky behind me. Even though it's rainy season, today is a beautiful, warm, cloud-free day. So I want to talk to you about the 5 reasons that I retired early at the age of 55. So let's get into it. After being passed over for so many promotions, I knew my career trajectory was coming to an end. I had spent close to 13 years at my previous employer, and things just were not panning out the way that I wanted them to. So, at 3 months before my 55th birthday, also my retirement eligibility age, I decided to implement my exit strategy. Of course, if you plan to retire or retire early, you definitely need an exit strategy. Prior to that, I had begun practicing minimalism, and in a nutshell, it's a lifestyle choice that allows you to live with what you actually need to be happy. It's not as simple as it sounds. It actually requires deep soul searching. But if you have to ask yourself questions like, what is the real reason that I want to earn X amount of dollars? Or why is it important for me to hold that position? Is it so that I can impress my family, friends, or people that I don't even know? Or just boost my ego? Or do I really need to earn more money to keep buying the things that look good? Or do I have enough? If money wasn't a factor, where and how would I truly live? This is where geo-arbitrage comes in. I'm going to talk about it in detail a little later, but I will say this. I live in a place and a community where what I wear, drive, and own is completely irrelevant. I rarely buy clothes. I intentionally do not own a car anymore. And where I live is safe, beautiful, with all the amenities that I desire at a fraction of the cost that I paid in Los Angeles. The second reason is my overall health. Work and life stress was taking its toll on my mental health and subsequently my physical health. One thing I had to unlearn is staying busy, striving for more, being productive. Those are phrases that we hear all the time in our Western culture. 2 questions in American culture that sound ridiculous around the world are, what do you do for a living? Or, are you staying busy? First of all, they're very intrusive and extremely personal. Second, they reduce your value to a quantifiable outcome that validates your worth as a human being. We're not human doings, we're human beings. And it's perfectly fine to live a life that is not productive, but enjoyable nonetheless. For me, this has taken years of mental work to unlearn this paradigm and just be. If what you've heard so far has ignited a spark or fanned a flame, please write down a question or a comment so that I can respond to you. Also, a like would be greatly appreciated. And since you're already button pushing, why don't you subscribe to my channel? This way, more people like you who need this information can get it. Why? Because we're all in this together. Number 3, I understood my leave benefits through programs such as FMLA, STD, and other programs. Being an HR professional, I had the advantage of understanding these laws and programs that are centered around taking a leave of absence. Having a master's degree in human behavior and a master's in industrial psychology, I fully understood the emotional toil living as a black man in America was having on my mental psyche. All of the pressure was building up, and at some point, I knew it was gonna blow. I was already snapping at work, having unexplained panic attacks. It was time to put me first because it became clear that my employer wasn't going to. At a bare minimum, I knew I was at least eligible for 2 years of paid time off. You probably are too. So it was then that I planned my exit. Now please stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to share that plan with you and offer you a tool that you can use in your own exit plan. It got a little warm and a little noisy outside, so I'm inside now. Welcome to Puerto Vallarta and our very warm summers. All right, back to my 5 reasons for retiring at the age of 55. Reason number 4. Retirement has go-go years, slow-go years, and no-go years. I did not want to wait until my senior years in retirement to actually start enjoying my life. In retirement, you have what are called go-go years, slow-go years, and no-go years. During the go-go years, generally you have the health, strength, and excitement to actually enjoy your retirement. You do things like travel the world, engage in excursions, go on new adventures, like even climbing an ancient pyramid. The slow-go years are more for relaxing, like chilling on a beach, maybe doing some local travel versus international travel, visiting new places for art and museums and such, but not a lot of physical activity. And then you have the no-go years, and they're just that. You're not really going anywhere. Most of your time is spent relaxing, enjoying your home and your family. Let's say each of these periods last from 10 to 15 years. Do I really want to wait until I'm 65 to start climbing mountains, kayaking rivers, or even going on an ATV ride? Should I have to wait until I'm 75 to start touring different museums around the country? Or relaxing on an African or European beach somewhere? Nah, that is not for me. I want to see as much of the world as I can while I'm active enough to enjoy it. And number 5, I had developed life hacks like geo-arbitrage. Geo-arbitrage would allow me to afford the life that I wanted to live outside of my country of birth. I learned that high income, high net worth is not really required to live a life of abundance. It took some soul searching and a lot of planning, but I decided I could live a much happier, healthier, and fulfilled life in a country where my finances stretch further. And you've seen this all over the internet, especially recently. People are moving to all kinds of places like Bali in Thailand, South Africa, Panama. I chose Mexico. I chose a place where the food is healthier, the safety peace index is higher, so this is where I came. So what is geo-arbitrage specifically? It's a strategy of earning income in a strong economy or with a strong currency while spending and living in an area that has a significantly lower cost of living. By exploiting these price gaps, you dramatically reduce your living expenses. You can save more and you accelerate your path to financial independence. I moved to Mexico and I was able to purchase a condo for cash. No more worries about future rent or mortgage payments. I can walk to the ocean. I can travel throughout this beautiful country very inexpensively. And I have enough money to go back to the States to visit my family whenever I want, or to travel to other parts of the world based on my schedule and not on my job's vacation allotment. So geo arbitrage has provided me economic as well as mental freedom. I also began another practice called minimalism. I have a video here that talks about that. The phrase less is more does not mean that you struggle. However, it means that you can gain more satisfaction and greater happiness and power and control once you learn what you really desire and what you really need versus keeping up with the Joneses. Self-autonomy and freedom are what retirement is all about. So what is the result? These 5 reasons are tools that have allowed me to live healthier, experience peace, travel the world, and live in paradise. And guess what? I didn't have to be a millionaire to do it. And neither do you. Hopefully what I share with you today has helped you see a potential opportunity for change. If you need a career break, or if you're ready to pull the trigger and retire early, there's hope for you. If you want to learn how I pursued financial independence through investing, check out this video. If you want to follow my blueprint to this kind of life, then please check out my new workbook, Break Free, a practical guide to mental health leave as a Black professional. The link is in this video description. Thanks for watching, and remember, travel Black, travel freely, and create the life you desire and you deserve.